What's up guys, Slaughterfit's back here with another video, and this time we're doing another Skyrim build. This build is a Necromaster build. I'm calling it that because it's basically just a master necromancer. I'm doing this build to show off some of the new Creation Club content, as well as, it's kind of a Halloween themed spooky build. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So this guy is a pure mage, which means he doesn't have any armor and just uses spells, no weapons. So for the spells, he has ebony flesh, so that's his only armor, and then fast healing, of course, to be able to heal myself. And then I use malignant zombie and skeleton warlock. Malignant zombie is the highest level of the new zombies they've added into the game. And, well, I don't know if it's the highest level. I always do expert level stuff, so I guess I'll say both of these are the expert level. I don't ever do master level because I just find it annoying to do the whole two-handed thing. But this is at least the expert level zombie, and it's the best one for, that you can do like a normal spell one-handed. And then skeleton warlock is basically just for more long range. It's like a skeleton that can do magical attacks. And for apparel, I'm using the new necromancer robes. There's necromancer robes that don't have these kind of sashes on the side, and then there's the runic necromancer robes, which is what these are, that have these sashes with these Daedric characters on them. And then there's a masked necromancer hood and a non-masked one. I chose the masked one because I think it just looks cooler, and it fits with the vibe better. And so yeah, I don't believe there's gloves and boots that go with the set. I just picked different ones, but there might be. Correct me if I'm wrong down below in the comments. So starting off with the boots, I enchanted them so they have frost and shock resistance by 42%. And then the ring I enchanted so my magicka regenerates 70% faster, and conjuration spells are 28% easier to cast. And then for the hood, I enchanted it so alteration and conjuration spells both cost 28% less to cast. And then for the robes, I enchanted it so my health regenerates 35% faster and my magicka regenerates 70% faster. And then for the silver sapphire necklace, I enchanted it so conjuration spells cost 28% less to cast. My health regenerates 35% faster. And I want to say, I just did a normal necklace and enchanted it because you can get better enchantments that way. But I believe there is something in the game that's like a necromancer's amulet. I don't think the effect is that good, but if you're really trying to go with the vibe, like I guess that's kind of the way to go. And then I did vampire gloves because they're black, and I enchanted them so they increase my magicka by 70 points, and sneaking is 45% better. I just did sneaking because there weren't really any other ones that fit that well, and like sneaking's always helpful, and this guy doesn't have any armor, so his sneak is kind of boosted by that already. So I think these robes are really cool. I just wanted to show them off a little bit. They're pretty detailed, and they have cool stuff like that belt buckle with a skull on it, and you always have this stamina potion by your side, which is kind of cool. Kind of random. I don't really know what the connection between like a stamina poison and I think I said potion a second ago, but it's a stamina poison. I don't know what the connection between a stamina poison and necromancy is, but I'm not sure if there even is one, but there's a cool kind of aesthetic piece, and yeah. So for alteration, I did novice all the way through expert, so I can do ebony flesh. And then I did stability, so it lasts for longer. And then magic resistance 3, so it blocks 30% of spells effects. And then mage armor 3, so protections like stone flesh are 3 times as strong if not wearing armor, which you aren't wearing armor. And I mean, you could do dual casting. I'm just not really planning on doing it because I'm gonna just do it one-handed while I'm conjuring other stuff. But it won't hurt. And then I put a little bit into restoration as well. I just got novice and apprentice, so I can do fast healing, and then recovery 2, so my magicka regenerates 50% faster, and avoid death. So once per day, if I fall below 10% health, I automatically get healed 250 points. And then regeneration, so my spells cure 50% more. And then for conjuration, you're going to want to do novice all the way through expert. And then go ahead and do this side as well. Get summoner 2, so you can summon Astronox 3 times as far away. And I was wondering, guys, I'm not sure, do things like the zombies and like the new skeletons, do they count as Astronox or necromancy? Because they technically, like lore-wise, are necromancy. but they don't they function as like an atronach. They don't function in the same way necromancy works in the game. So I don't know. I mean, not that it makes a huge difference, but I'd just be curious if anyone knew the answer. Atromancy, double duration for conjured atronachs. As in, like, would something like this affect them or not, because they're not technically an atronach. And then conjured atronachs are 50% more powerful. And then twin souls can have 2 atronachs or reanimated zombies. But, you know, this is kind of referring to the old school version of zombie in Skyrim. Alright, what's up, guys? We're here at Karthspire Camp to test the build out. Going around the long way. Let me go ahead and give myself ebony flesh. And then I'm going to start off conjuring one of each so we can just kind of see what they're like. Here's this skeleton warlock, and here's the malignant zombie. So malignant zombie took, what is this? Just a normal force one. Took him 2 strikes. That's decent. Not like the best in the world, but not terrible. I would say this guy is probably around other expert level stuff with, you know, things like Wrathman. I don't know if he's quite as good, though. Kind of taking them a while to take out this Frost Atronach, kind of surprisingly. I wouldn't think it would take them that long. My theory is, though, that a lot of these ranged conjured things are not very good. Like, maybe if I conjure 2 zombies, it will be better. Because usually if 2 melee things kind of jump one enemy, they're actually pretty decent. So as you can see, I mean, basically, I can never run out of magicka. I always have enough because it comes back like instantly. If I'm being honest, not the best for fighting mages, because mages will just kind of back up, and like it'll take a while to kill them like this, because mages will just keep backing up and, you know, trying to do ranged attacks. And these guys are more centered around jumping, like non-ranged enemies. Like, let me go deeper into the camp and it'll probably be easier to demonstrate their strength. With someone like this, if you just kind of spawn 2 on either side of them, like this is a high level guy and he's gonna get fucked up by them. So yeah, as you can see, if you don't have your ebony flesh equipped, which mine have just ran out, you do actually take a fuck ton of damage. But yeah. But with ebony, I could probably take a couple strikes from this guy. Yeah, so this guy, a pillager is a higher level Forsworn, and they're just jumping the fuck out of him. There wasn't really much he could do to them. Now, I will say the zombies are probably one of my least favorite conjured things to look at, because they're just kind of like gross, naked corpses with like butts. Honestly, the aesthetic of like Dremora or Wrathman is a lot cooler, but, you know, I wanted to show off some of the new stuff. Not quite sure how he died in the act of killing her, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, against lower level opponents, I mean, yeah, they get fucked up pretty bad. Let me conjure 2 warlocks and see how effective that is. It just is like, it kind of take a while to attack, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not that much different. They just don't seem that effective to me. And also, like, with short-ranged ones, they'll kind of focus on one target and, like, jump them. Opposed to these guys are just kind of randomly hitting, like, one person with a bolt and then, like, hitting another person with a bolt. Like, there's no kind of rhyme or reason or, like, attack plan. And that's kind of the reason I don't really use, like, ranged. Atronox. I'd say the only one I really use is like Golden Saint Archer for just like shooting down dragons. If there's a dragon that won't come out of the air, like that's basically the only one I do. Taking them a while to kill a Hagraven. Kind of surprising. I don't think Hagravens are that good. Jesus. They're like double striking and still not dying. Kill it. Alright, finally. That took them a while. It's kind of embarrassing, to be honest.
That's close enough. I can take you. That's close enough.
So yeah, honestly, guys, I would probably go with Wrathmen over this, over these zombies, because I think they're stronger and they still like fit the aesthetic. Obviously, Dremora wouldn't really fit the aesthetic in the same way. And I'd say if you want to go with these guys, probably pair it with some destruction magic. These guys are just not very efficient. I mean, they're decent, like they're not bad, and they don't cost that much magicka. And so basically, you know, there's kind of no way you can lose because you just basically have this infinite army of zombies. I guess that's something I will give it, is there's kind of no way to lose because they don't cost very much, so you just have this infinite zombie army. But they're just not very effective on the other hand and take a long time, and so it's kind of like boring, if I'm being honest, this kind of style. So I'd say, you know, effective but not efficient, and probably you'd want to pair it with some destruction magic. Jesus Christ, I just got completely skewered. Like, that is something that's kind of nice about them, is they cost so little. Like, I can, like, I'm just like, oh fuck, like they're on the wrong side of this thing, like I can spawn 2 more. Like, it literally takes like nothing, and these guys are expert level things, so that's kind of cool actually, that you know, it costs so little. Because that is one thing that's kind of a real downside about Conjuration in Skyrim, is like it is really powerful, and it's like one of the kind of easiest playthrough styles in the game. But they also just can really get like caught on shit, and it can just be really annoying to deal with them just getting kind of stuck on some wall or something. So yeah, I mean, I think I finished off this camp, and if I'm being completely honest, this is not the most visually interesting build. So yeah, I'll probably just go ahead and end the video here. Let me know what you guys think of this build. Yeah, if I was gonna, you know, recommend it, I'd probably say, like I was saying earlier, pair it with some destruction. But yeah, so comment what you think down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, peace.